Hello, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. As I mentioned yesterday in the Voices That May Kill a Sale, I have two episodes that I would like to concentrate primarily on sales, and today's the second of those two. I know that the 5-Minute Motivator is designed for more of a general audience, but you will notice that I do skew this somewhat towards salespeople, since salespeople make up over 50% of my audience, and I skew it a little bit toward leadership, since of the remaining 50%, 25 to 30% hail the title of executive director or CEO. So between sales and leadership, I do spend a good amount of time because I feel as though that's what my audience wants. Of course, though, I always try to keep the 5-Minute Motivator balanced for everybody. But what I would like to talk about today is a sales principle that I like to call the Iceberg principle. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at the physics of an iceberg, it's pretty obvious that we've all seen this before, that maybe 10% of the iceberg pokes its head above water. Below the water surface is this gigantic swath of ice, which is much, much larger than what we see. This is how our relationships work in sales, actually in any walk of life where we meet somebody for the first time. Individuals are only willing to show us a little bit of who they are. Now, this may go back to the collective unconscious, as Carl Jung talked about, with the fact that first impressions are lasting impressions, so consequently we always want to put our best foot forward. So, how many times do we walk away from a situation saying, boy, what a great boy, what a great guy, God, what a great gal that they were. I really enjoyed being with them. But we only saw this much. Okay, underneath, there's a lot more. And you know what? We may actually affirm the fact that we enjoy being with these people. Or we may find that the first impressions can, in fact, be somewhat deceiving. Here's the point as a salesperson specifically. We need to somehow peel that onion. We need to get underneath the surface of the water and see what else is there. Because underneath those psychological floatsomes and jetsoms of what we see can in fact be the prime buying motives, the things that are going to move the sale forward. Or what we're going to see is that this is not truly a great prospect for us. And if we know that, then what we can do is end the sales call so that we can spend our time on more productive prospects. What we have to do is carefully converse with the individual to make them feel at ease. As Wilson Learning Corporation is fond of saying, we have to reduce relationship tension. And as that happens, more of the iceberg props up. We start to see more and more of the person. Now, in sales, how do we do that? Well, one of the best things we can do is commonality. If we are in the person's office, look around. Now, this is such an old technique, but it's not so that the salesperson could keep talking. We want to find out what makes this prospect tick. That's one great way to do it. Talk about the person's company. That's another great way to do it. Ask them, if there's pictures around especially, ask them about their friends and families. Another fantastic way to do it. Talk to them about their job, even if what you are selling has nothing to do with their job, and specifically what joys do they have, what challenges do they have, etc. You see, by conversing properly, we are taking that iceberg and we're dry docking it. We're constantly moving more and more of that iceberg upward. And by doing that, we start to see more of the individual. We learn how to converse with them better, and we find out if this person is an actual person that we are going to sell our product to. If they are, great, move forward. If they're not, we move forward also with different prospects. It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Shaka here, thanking you for watching yet another episode of the 5-Minute Motivator. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks. Bye-bye.